What do you feel like has been your best fan engagement you ever had?
Honestly, I think it was when I was on tour with Snot, this fan, like I was leaving the venue. It's right after we did our interview, I think. And I was leaving the venue and this fan just like, he was like asking for signatures and stuff, but he just started like bawling his eyes out when he was like, I was giving him a hug and he started bawling his eyes out. And it just really showed me like, stuff like that like always reminds me like how much of an influence you have on like these kids and stuff, you know? And it makes you think like,
Yeah.
That's another thing that makes me think about like, let me put some thought into what I'm putting out because this guy is like bawling his eyes out because he's a fan of me. Damn. So I gotta care too. You know what I mean?
100%.
Somewhat.
Because you're literally, you're an architect to their lives.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy like, how you be like, no one man could have all that power. Like,
yeah. Like, yeah.
Real life architect to this person's life. Like, nigga, he driving from work, throwing you on.
Yeah.
Break up with his bitch, throwing you on.
Exactly.
On the way to a party, throwing you on. Shit.
That's exactly it.
Yo. It's your boy Hakeem, and you are watching Our Generation Music. And today, man, I got a very special one for y'all. The man, the myth, the legend, Night Lovell. What's up, man?
I'm here, bro.
How you, brother?
Man? Good, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Before this, started rolling, we were talking about, you entertaining the idea of possibly moving to LA.
Yeah.
Tell the audience why you wouldn't want to move to LA.
I don't know. It's been like an ongoing battle of mine to like figure out if I can make the jump. But every time I come here, it just reminds me of how fast it is. I live in a completely like opposite vibe,
Yeah.
So I don't know if I could do it.
So where you still living in Canada right now?
I live right outside Ottawa, Canada.
Okay.
So it's like just chill, like forest, just me and my dog, like.
You and your dog.
Record in my crib.
That's fire. What do you feel like your day-to-day consists of? Like,
bro, my day-to-day is very like normal. Like I wake up, get coffee, make breakfast, take my dog on a walk, get groceries, whatever I have to do. And it's just, very like not rapper.
Not
just
rapper?
normal, like routine life,
When you get around and like hang out with your other rapper friends, you dramatically notice the difference?
Oh, hell yeah. And that's the thing. It's like every time I come out here, I'm like, damn, like this is what I do? Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
damn,
wait, bro.
You got someone cooking your breakfast? I do this myself.
Yeah. Exactly, bro.
That's crazy, man.
That's it.
I think I love, we were talking about it before, like what I love about LA is that, there's a lot of overlap, right? Where it's like, you're gonna see a lot of the same people in different, somewhat communities. Yeah. But like there are still people you don't really see, and then just like, people be completely, not necessarily cut off, but it's just like when you see them out, you're like, what the fuck? Like you in this?
Why are you
like,
here?
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've never like, I was just joking, like I've never seen like Mike DeMarco out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what the fuck is that nigga doing?
Yeah.
Actually, I did see him one time at Kenny Beats' party.
Okay.
But that's
more fitting.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I mean? But so there's so many different worlds, bro, in LA. It's like,
I feel like that's my thing. I just gotta find my world because I mean, like I've been out here, but like maybe not enough times to find my like niche. You know what I mean? I just gotta keep coming out here, maybe.
Last time I seen you was your show with Snot, your tour with Snot. Show was amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely vibey. I had a great night. I was partying.
Yeah, you look like you were enjoying yourself, just bouncing up and down the stairs and shit.
Hey man, I was in good spirits. I seen a good show. I seen you guys. We talked about you and Snot. You guys went on tour. You guys have this, this great relationship. You guys are both in the cars. How's that been, man? What's it been like, since everything after tour?
Good, bro. I mean, it's cool. It's cool to. I mean, tour really made me so much closer with Snot because like. I'd see him every day and stuff, so I feel like that just like strengthened our relationship. Yeah, that's my boy, bro. Yeah.
What was your favorite memory from the tour?
I think it was we had a show in Denver. It was someone's birthday, right? Whose birthday was it in Denver? Yeah, it was my birthday.
It was your birthday.
It was my birthday.
You don't even remember his own?
My bad, bro. So yeah, we just went to the strip club after and like this bar or some shit like that, and just everyone got drunk. And it was really cool to be like, oh, that's how you look drunk? Like, when you see someone drunk for the first time, it's like, whoa.
Like,
It's like a completely different side.
It's not Nigga, I love you, twin.
Yeah,
You my
shit
dog
like that,
forever.
yeah.
I promise
Yeah.
we gonna run these beds up. All that. We getting money. We have emotion.
It was definitely like that.
Yeah.
It was fun though, you know.
That's amazing. What was strip club wise like? You know, going to a strip club because you and Snot, y'all make such different music. Y'all don't really make strip club type music. Like,
Yeah, when we're in the strip club, we're rappers though.
You're in full on rapper mode.
Yeah.
Throwing bands.
Yeah.
Not looking at making eye contact with a stripper. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I make eye contact, bro.
You do?
I have manners, you know what I mean?
I feel that.
But I still be throwing though.
You still be throwing around?
Yeah.
You throw with contact. Nah, man, I learned that. I went to a strip club a few times. Like when I first came out here early on, and I'm just like, man, you make eye contact with these girls, bro. It's just like, your pocket's gonna be bleeding, boy. It's just like.
I thought that was only like a Miami strip club thing.
Nah, LA, you been to crazy girls out here?
Nope.
Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there, man. You're gonna keep going back to ATM like ATM like you're gonna be like, oh, I thought I said I was only gonna spend
It's one of those,
500 or 1,000. Now you going back and back, and you're like, fuck. You got a drink in your hand and you got one button pressing the ATM and shit.
Oh, so you've been there multiple times.
Oh my God, bro. I try not to go. It'd be crazy because it's like everyone loves suggesting a strip club after a night.
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn, bro, like.
Yeah.
Nigga, we in a recession. I got bills to pay, man. Stop influencing me.
But you're the one deciding to go, though.
That is true. Yeah. That is true. I should work on myself. I'm gonna do that.
Just to play devil's advocate. You know what I mean?
You are right. You are right. I hope you're happy.
Yes, sir.
You know what I noticed about your cover arts? Mm-hmm. There's a shift. It was super dark the first 3 albums, and now everything's lightening up. Are you happy now?
I feel like, I mean, yeah, I'd say I'm in like a happy spot, and I've been in a happy spot, but I feel like, you know, the album cover directly kind of references me like as a kid. So like this album is essentially me taking everything, like me as a kid essentially, but like the songs are kind of talking about everything that's kind of like fucked me up into who I am now. Yeah. So there's the album cover and then there's all the art that comes with it. That's like the album cover, but like a fucked up version of it, you know? So I kind of just wanted to flip it on its head real quick. Yeah.
That's hard. Who did you work on like creative direction, you know, for this album, or this was just all your ideas?
Like a lot of it were like my like initial ideas, but a bunch of my friends, like my homie named Joseph took a lot of the pictures. My homie named Johnny helped with a lot of the editing. There's a bunch of people like helping, giving ideas and stuff.
Shout out the guys, man.
Yeah, of course. Man.
How did you come up with the title for it? I hope you're happy.
It's just me talking about like everyone that's kind of been a part of me throughout the process. Like I hope you guys are happy into like, what you turned me into type, you know?
The mindset.
Whether it's bad or not, that's what made me who I am, you know? So it's like.
I like that, man. It's very like, man, like you're looking in the mirror type shit.
That's exactly.
Y'all are looking at me, looking at myself in the mirror. I hope you're happy, bitch.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Very personable album.
Yeah, I like that, man. You're like, you know what, 5 albums deep now?
I think so, 4 or 5.
4?
So, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
What, how do you go about this one differently than the last one?
I feel like this one is my most like cohesive one, just in terms of like production. Like it's like one producer, my homie Out by 16.
Okay.
He made like all the beats. It's kind of it's more of like a full package in terms of like the music, but like all the direction around it and like the video, everything's kind of just like jumbled together. Yeah. So I feel like it's more a more mature version
of you,
of me. Yeah.
What do you think takes, you know, gets you to that point to be able to deliver something?
I think just getting older, bro. Yeah. I've been making music for what, like 7 years now, so it's just
it's just muscle memory at this point. Yeah. And joints aching and shit.
And caring about like the product. And,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%, man. Yeah. I feel like, you know, I seen Tyler talking about that. You saw that shit when he was talking about in Narwhal, the interview. He was like, niggas don't really, you know, they're not being intentional and they're caring about the music and wanting to talk about the music. Yeah. What do you feel? Do you feel like that's where you're at? You're like, yo, like, nigga, I really care about this.
Yeah, you know and like, especially with like where music is now, and like not seeing any of that, it made me want to just be like, bro,
we have to care.
Yeah, you know.
That's amazing, man. Yeah. I love that because I feel like there's a lack of intentionalness when I like hear albums and I'm like, I don't feel like I get a lot of references, or like if I'm asking you about something, even in an interview, someone would just be like, yeah, this was that. There was no like actual thought. Like I could tell like you was sitting down with your shit and your mans and like, yo, this is a reflection album.
Of course,
you know?
yeah. And it's like like I still like all the music coming out. Like I listen to everything. I'm a fan of everyone, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, just for me, I'd rather just kind of put a bit more care and thought into it.
Man.
Yeah.
So how do you go about knowing that the album is done?
That was probably the hardest part, you know, just apart from like timelines and stuff. If I want to like put out an album at a certain time, it's just, I don't know, listening to it like 1,000 times and seeing if it makes sense, and then just being like, all right, I gotta stop, you know?
Do you ever like put your albums out and once it's out, like I don't want to listen to it for a certain amount of time, or you still continuously?
I keep listening to it, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to listen to it as people are listening to it. Like I want to feel a part of that. You know what I mean?
Is there anything special in this album? Like the whole album's obviously special to you, but there's like one part that you know, say Twitter goes off, the album comes out at 9, everyone tweets like, oh, I caught that. I caught that. Or like something intentional you put in there, like, I hope these niggas catch this.
I don't know if there's anything like to catch, but there's definitely a few standout moments like, for example, like the last song, it's just me singing. And I don't think people have ever really heard that, so. What
pushed you to the point to like want to sing and express yourself that way?
I don't know, bro.
Just
kind of
happened,
yeah. Just the beat was it just worked.
Did you think about anything, maybe like something in the day like that led up to that, or like something that was different and it was just like, oh, this switched my whole mood and now I'm singing on the song?
I think I just wanted to have, like, apart from all the fun and like the hard beats and all the lit songs and like mosh pit worthy tracks that are in there, I just wanted something that's like, let me just talk to you guys for a second, you know? And I feel like that song is just me talking to like everyone that listens, like really talking, you know? So
that's fire, man.
Yeah.
It's dope, man. It's dope to see artists, you know, push, you know, themselves creatively and, you know, even their listeners to like, yo, there's another side of me, man. Listen to this. I was inspired. I made something dope, or you know, it's crazy. You know, I loved Yachty when he just kind of flipped the script.
Oh yeah,
dropped that album.
Yeah,
like man,
that caught people off guard too.
Definitely caught people off guard. You could just tell he was just, you know, listening to a lot of Tame at the time. I was like, yeah, I'm so inspired by this.
Yeah, I feel like he just got to a point where he's like, bro, I just gotta drop something that people really
100%
start taking me serious, you know?
Yeah. You're signed G59.
Yeah.
What's that been like, man? Those guys tours are absolutely insane.
For sure.
Like it's crazy, like how big they are, but like it's not so forward facing. Like it's absolutely insane.
It's definitely its own niche, you know?
It's like one of the biggest, like.
For sure,
like,
hands down.
It's insane, man. Yeah. Like shout out those guys, man.
Yeah. Everyone on G59 too. Like the whole label is cool. Like we're all friends. Like, yeah.
Cause I'm sure like there was mad labels trying to sign you and shit. Like.
Yeah, like especially like at a certain point too. But there was a point where I kind of just like shut everything down. But G59 made sense, you know. So I just
went there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like it's all like, yo, we on the same vibe, this community.
Yeah.
How was those tours like?
I've been on Grade A once and it was insane, bro. Yeah, insane. Biggest tour I've ever been on. And it's just every day it's just go, you know? It's just never stopping. Like,
what is like, it's just like a seat, because they're doing what, like 10,000? Like
sometimes more than that, yeah. It's crazy to see, bro. And I've been a fan of the boys like forever, you know? So it's, me as like a fan is like crazy to see their growth over the past like 5, 6, 7 years.
Fucking insane, man.
Yeah, bro.
Well, what kind of advice you feel like you get from them, or just things that you've picked up from, you know, being around them that you've applied to yourself?
I feel like the biggest thing is just like, I mean, like the boys' whole thing has always been like, fuck the industry, you know? So just kind of seeing like how they operate, you know, it kind of just teaches you that you don't like need any labels or like need any type of push other than your own push to do that type of shit, you know?
I look at them as like, if the dope is good, the dope is good.
Yeah.
It's just like, we got good product.
Yeah.
They the Heisenberg, you know what I mean?
And that's all that matters.
That's it. It's like, yo, our shit is good.
Yeah.
And it's gonna do it with artists, you know, regardless. I feel like, you know, it's, you know, you're coming from also, you know, them too, the original like SoundCloud era, right? Now looking back at that, like, it's absolutely insane to see, you know, where some people are and some people aren't.
Yeah, yeah,
know?
for sure.
It's like, damn.
Yeah,
It's fucking
completely
crazy,
different.
man.
Yeah.
What do you feel about, you know, the new guys, like the new generation, and even if you can offer some, you know, advice to them or anything?
I don't know, bro. I feel like there's so many like different types of artists that it's hard to like give like a one type of advice. But I feel like the main thing is kind of like I said, like all you need is yourself and your fans, bro. Your fans are like the biggest marketing tool you could have at the end of the day. So it's like, just make shit for your fans.
Yeah. And you know, with your albums too, like you take like a nice like 2-year space, right?
Yeah.
Like you take a nice, how do you feel like you still keep your audience engaged while taking those type of, you know, breaks and spaces of not giving them music?
I feel like it's just the type of fans that I have, you know? It's, I guess, I don't know if I use this word much anymore, but like, I feel like cult fans are just more invested in like their favorite artist and like their guy or like their group of favorite artists, you know? So it's like you could take a little minute and they'll still be kind of waiting.
I think that's like the ultimate, you know, thing to strive for.
Yeah.
Like having a cult fan base is literally amazing.
It's just like lifelong, everlasting, you know?
It's like they're growing with you too. You know, a lot of the other, you know, fans and fan bases, like they forget about you in like 2 or 3 years. And it's
Because like people
they
will
grow
tell me,
past you.
yeah, of course. People will tell me like, oh, like I'm 23 now, like I've been listening to you since I was like 16. I'm like, what?
It's like 10
You're
years.
still here? All right, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
man.
sick to see. It's sick
And
to see.
you guys are both going through so many different things, and
Yeah.
you're providing the soundtrack to their lives. You know?
Exactly.
Consistently, like
Yeah.
every 2 years.
Every 2 years, yeah, I was about to say. Sometimes I take a bit long, but it's, you know, it is what it is, bro.
It's crazy, man. It's like seeing these I think that's what we're moving towards, you know? Like, we've always had few artists that had it, but, you know, I feel like everyone's kind of realizing, like, bro, this is what I want. Like, I want that. It's like nothing else is really more important because it's like fans, regular fans, you know, consumers, they're very fickle, you know? Like seeing, like, even today, Cardi just dropped a pic and the whole fucking world is in uproar. Like, his fans, like,
Yeah.
what does this mean? Like, we get the album 2 weeks from now or what? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's sick, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, bro.
To still have that, man. What do you feel like has been your best fan engagement you ever had?
Honestly, I think it was when I was on tour with Snot, this fan, like I was leaving the venue. It's right after we did our interview, I think. And I was leaving the venue and this fan just like, he was like asking for signatures and stuff, but he just started like bawling his eyes out when he was like, I was giving him a hug and he started bawling his eyes out. And it just really showed me like, stuff like that like always reminds me like how much of an influence you have on like these kids and stuff, you know? And it makes you think like,
Yeah.
that's another thing that makes me think about like, let me put some thought into what I'm putting out because this guy is like bawling his eyes out because he's a fan of me. Damn. So I gotta care too. You know what I mean?
100%.
Somewhat.
Because you're literally, you know, you're an architect to their lives.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, like, how you be like, no one man can have all that power. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Real life architect to this person's life. Like, nigga, he driving from work, throwing you on.
Yeah.
Break up with his bitch, throwing you on.
Exactly.
On the way to a party, throwing you on. Shit.
That's exactly it, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He in the gym, throwing you on.
The gym one I get a lot.
You do?
All right, bro. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's so much intensity in the music.
So I feel like that's it.
Who do you listen to?
Bro, I listen to everyone, bro. I'm a fan of everyone.
So who is someone you listen to that people don't think you listen to?
Yeah, because that's another thing too. Like, I'll go back to that, but I feel like my fans are like, my type of fans feel like I like don't fuck with anyone, but it's like, nah, I listen to Yeet. I fuck with Cardi. I listen to Pink Panthers. Ice Spice hard.
Ice Spice is hard.
Right? I just like listening to music, bro. Like,
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like,
I feel like there was definitely some toxic nature that came with the fan base you had.
Yeah.
They're just like anti everything.
Yeah, but I like to play with that and like surprise them. You know, it's like funny to me.
Yeah. So going with this album, did you do any features or anything like that?
Yeah, we got Freddie Dredd on
Okay.
on a song, and we got Zilla Kami
Okay.
on a song too.
Have you ever made a song with anyone that your fans would kind of be like, what the fuck? What's going on here, Twin? Twin.
Not to that, like, I feel like everyone has their like opinion every time I drop a feature, but like not really to that extent where it's been like a general consensus. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the first time you got pushback from like a collaborator and you like looked at it in the comments, you're like, what are y'all talking about? Like,
probably like one of my first projects, but like it's always like a personal reason or like some
a vendetta they have.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
Man, I don't care about that, man.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man, because that world is very like, you can't do this and you shouldn't do that. And like, we don't like that. We think J. Cole sucks or this person sucks or that. It's just like, man, listen to whatever you want to listen to.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's just music.
It's just music, man, you know? Your breakout, you know, let's take it back. Dark Light, 78 million views on YouTube.
That's crazy.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that song's gonna have a TikTok life. Or did it already have one?
I think it had its.
It had one already?
It had it. I think, yeah. A little phase.
I think.
Or like a remix or something. Like
somebody did a remix?
Some kind of, yeah.
It was just like, it's crazy because when like the first couple songs that popped off on TikTok, it just embodied that old era.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I feel like it's the sample in that song is just so easy to like flip
and take
do what you want.
Looking back at that song now, like, and you know, all it's done for you and changed your, you know, your absolute life, like that moment making it, do you feel like you knew like, or had any indication like, yo, this is gonna absolutely change my life?
Nah, because that beat was like for my dad.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the story on that?
Yeah, he made music too.
Oh, who's your dad?
His name was MC Renegade. Yeah.
Okay.
So I made that beat for him. And then he's like, nah, I don't think it'll work. He's like, why don't you use it? I'm like, okay. And it's like the first song I like put vocals on. So I was like, okay. And then, Dark Light.
First ever song you recorded?
Yeah, or second. Like it's the first one I put out under Night Lovell, I think. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. So.
Pops slid you the alley.
Yeah.
Imagine
and that was for him. Imagine I didn't use that, you know?
I don't know what would have happened.
And I remember like when I made it for him too, and him being like, oh, like I think it makes more sense with you. I'm like, think the beat's trash or something? Like,
Twin, do not play with me like that, man. You know you're on the studio and you're just looking at each other like, what do you mean it's for me? I made this for you, dude.
But no, it all worked out, so yeah.
Man.
That's the story of Dark Light, bro.
So, you know, you've been at this for years now. Like, what do you feel like you want to accomplish now? Like, do plaques and Grammys and things like that matter to you? I know early on the world is kind of like, nah, fuck that shit, fuck the industry.
Yeah.
Like, is that something that you might have grown to be like, I kind of do want to taste?
Yeah, and just like growing in general, you know, and just trying to make like what I have the biggest it could be, you know, and just want to make it huge, you know?
Yeah. I think it's definitely gonna get there, man.
Yeah, of course.
100%.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Years later, you shot that video on iPhone.
Yeah.
And then now, Apple had a whole campaign a couple years ago, shot on iPhone. Even Cole Bennett, you know, at the height of his career, had a whole shot on iPhone run last year.
Yeah.
What do you think about that now?
I think it was cool. Like, I mean, like, Cole obviously took it to like a completely different level in terms of like editing and stuff. But, you know, I saw some people like mentioning me like, nah, Lovell did this. I'm like, let me just mind my business.
Let me just pioneer.
Yeah, because it's like two different things. Like, I just shot on iPhone because that's all I had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you wasn't intentionally doing that. Cole was intentionally doing that.
So,
and he's such a great creative, man.
Yeah,
Shout out Cole.
Of course.
Well, we usually do this to close it out and everything. What is your message for our generation?
I say, bro, you know, I feel like everyone just needs to like stick to like what they believe their journey is with all like the fucked up shit going on in the world and all the distractions and all the, you know what I mean? Just like stick to what you think is your shit and just do that. And don't let anybody tell you shit, bro. Because that's the only way you'll do it.
100%.
at the end of the day.
My boy, appreciate you.
My guy.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Ski.
We're gonna go party tonight.
Yes.
Apartment 200.
Yes.
And not end up at Crazy Girl.